Hello everyone, welcome back to the Swimcloud Fanatics podcast. I'm Sharon, your host, and this episode will feature Erika to talk about her swimming journey, how she got into swimming, and how well she knows the swimming world. Let's get started. So, how long have you been swimming for?
So I technically started competitive swimming when I was in third grade, but I've been around pools and swimming for fun since I was much younger. But since third grade to now, it's been 10 years of competitive swimming.
That's cool. So,
Yeah.
How did you start swimming? Was it with river rats or was it from a friend?
So yeah, my first team was the River Rats team, which is now the River Hawks. And I think my main motivation for joining wasn't really because I wanted to do swimming. It's because a lot of the kids around me and then the families that we're family friends with were swimming at the time. And my mom was like, oh, this is a fun activity. You already take swim lessons. Do this and you can have these opportunities. Just try it out, really.
Yeah.
And I was honestly really against it at first. I was like, oh my God, I suck at swimming. This is going to be terrible. I'm going to hate it. I'm going to want to die at every single practice. But it was not that. I was very surprised with what I got to do. It wasn't easy, especially at first, but it wasn't. It was a very fun and enjoyable start.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned that you took swimming lessons before. Was that YMCA or was it Healthworks?
I was at the YMCA, so I did their whole. I don't think it's the same way.
I think
anymore.
now they have phases or something like
it's
that. There's
phase
6
one.
of them.
Yeah, I did it when they had the animals. So I think guppies was the first one, or tadpoles, whatever. And then you move all the way up through sharks, I think. And then, yeah, because I'd finished the lesson, I guess, progression there, and they're next step would be swim team. So that also pushed me towards that.
So would you say that you prefer doing sprint or distance, and why?
Oh my God. I'm a sprinter. There was a while where I thought distance would be cool, but I much prefer sprinting because I think it's going to sound so cliche, but I think distance people are just they're just made to be distance people. We have a girl on our team who's an amazing distance person. She just loves her practices, and they're just
and then everyone else is so intimidated because it's just 6,000 yards.
Everyone sees her practice and is like, oh my God, you do all that in 2 hours? Because we're I don't know. I think sprinting, I just personally enjoy it more. They're both hard in their own ways. Distance is harder though. It's a lot of mentality, because in distance it's you're in there for the long run.
Yes.
In sprint it's shorter and everything really has to go right because it's such a short race and it goes by so fast. But it's it's just different kinds of intensities, and I prefer sprinting.
Yeah, I think that distance is also just more intimidating, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you were to say, would you rather swim 50 yards or 500 yards, as someone who's never swam before, you'd probably gear toward the 50 yards just because it's less distance.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's your favorite event, and why is that your favorite event?
So in varsity, the events are a little different from club swimming or USA swimming.
Yes.
So for varsity, my favorite event would be the 200 medley relay, because it's just so fun. I mean, it's very high stakes, very high intensity. But you're
And
doing
which
it with your
stroke do you
team.
swim in the medley relay?
Usually breaststroke, and that is my main stroke. My favorite personal event would be the 100 breaststroke though, because that's just, I guess, kind of what got assigned to me when I joined varsity.
Yeah.
I've kind of become a breaststroker, and that's my main thing, and I do really enjoy it, so that's good.
I think that at this point we can guess, but what is your main stroke or favorite stroke?
Yeah, my main stroke is breaststroke, and that is also my favorite stroke. Although towards the end of last season, I started freestyle sprinting a bit more, and I, after 10 years, finally learned how to move my arms a little faster.
Yeah. So, usually you realize what your main stroke is or your best event is about 1 year or a couple of years after you start swimming. At what point did you realize that was your best event or best stroke?
Well, I started in third grade, and then I think COVID made things a little weird because I was during middle school and we couldn't really go to practice at that point. When I first started, I think everyone defaults to being a freestyler.
Yes.
That's your default setting, I guess you could call it. For a while, I thought I was a backstroker, which is funny because now I am the opposite of what a backstroker should look like. I'm not a backstroker, but that's for a while I thought that was it. And then for a while I was like, this was before I was swimming longer distances, and I was like, you know what? Fly seems pretty cool because I did 25 flies at practice. But a real race is 100 yards, not 25 yards. So that changed my mind. And then I think it was around 7th or 8th grade where I kind of felt more interested in like actually focusing on a stroke, and that ended up being breaststroke. And I think I can't really remember why. I think it was just I was faster than I expected to be. I wasn't like super good by any means, but it was like where I could win some heats
Yeah.
at races, and that makes you feel good about yourself and you want to keep doing it. So I think that just kind of nudged me there.
Mm-hmm. What sport would you do if swimming wasn't an option?
So when I was younger, I did a bunch of like sports in the YMCA, like indoor soccer, basketball, outdoor soccer. And I quit a bunch of those to focus on swimming. If I didn't quit though, I probably would have stuck with either soccer, or if we either soccer or tennis, probably.
Yeah. I used to do both of those sports too, actually.
Yeah.
So. I know swimming is a really big time commitment, so sometimes it's hard to have a bunch of other activities.
Yeah, for sure.
So, do you have a role model in swimming? And if so, who is it?
I think I do have a lot of role models, actually, because when I started, the way swim teams work isn't like you're separated kind of by skill level,
Yes.
and that naturally leads to being split by age. But like when I was like really little, I would look at all the older kids in the other lanes, and I'd be like, whoa, they're so fast. So I feel like just all the older swimmers who have come before me, who I've been able to like become friends with, like all the seniors who are on my team my freshman year, or all the juniors, and really anyone older than me, they were all like really strong role models, because they like really showed me that no matter where you started from, or no matter where you were in a season, like it was always possible to push through and keep going and improve. And they're also just like really good support.
Yeah. I get that. As a freshman this year, I'm definitely really grateful for the older girls on the team.
Yeah.
So, I know that you've had a really busy schedule this year.
Yeah.
How do you balance swimming and schoolwork and other things?
Well, I had the same schedule this year as last year, but I will say that this year went better than last year, because last year was the first year I did it. Like, had so many things going on all at once. And I think it really takes being able to set boundaries for yourself, because I'm someone who I really like to do a lot of different things, and sometimes I have to like force myself to say no to certain things so that I have time to like actually go do the things I need to do. So like, not maybe I don't go hang out with a friend this weekend to do my homework, but then that like, that obviously better for grades and whatever, and then in the future I can like kind of buy back that time, because I'm not trying to like make homework up. I can go spend the time in the future I have with my friends. So like, what is it called? Long-term reward, or what? Delayed gratification.
Yeah.
I think like teaching yourself that, and then also just like taking the little pockets of time you have, like bus rides to meets or something. Like any pocket of time you can grab to do whatever you need to do is always useful.
Yeah. And I think it's definitely important to set priorities for yourself.
For sure. That's a huge one.
So, what do you do to get ready for meets? Do you have like a set routine that you usually do?
I think, yeah, kind of. So
It can be either like during the day that the meet is on, or the night before, even like when you're at the meet, what do you do?
Yeah. So I'll just say what I do at a meet, because what I do beforehand kind of differs depending on what kind of meet it is. But I mean, I always pack my swim bag very, very carefully. So I have like extra goggles, extra caps, extra everything, because I'm a freak about trying to get all this. Like, my biggest fear is like ripping a cap or breaking a pair of goggles before my race, and then like digging through my bag and be like, oh my god, where is everything? So I like double check and make sure I have everything I need. And then when I'm like on deck or getting into warm up, I think I get nervous, like really nervous, like nauseous. So big thing is trying to remind myself to stay focused and in the mindset that like this is something I do literally every single day. Like it's just that right now I have people timing me and there's some people watching.
Yeah, I know even if you swim something in practice, like off the blocks and everything, the environment's a lot different than at a real meet, especially if it's a big one like sectionals or like an invite.
Yeah. Like accounting for exhaustion.
Yeah.
And then part of it is also just like having the mentality that like you accept that you've put the work in and you just like set your like fear aside, I guess.
Yeah, you
and
need to
trust
trust your training and just sort of like turn off your brain for the like time that you're swimming.
Yeah. And then I guess the last thing I do is like behind the blocks. You see like sometimes you can see a lot of videos of like people like hitting themselves.
Yeah.
To like it's like to warm up your muscles, and I'm someone who gets cold very easily. So I found that jumping, like running in place and slapping like my muscles and stuff, it looks really goofy, but it does help, and it also helps get some of the nervous energy out before I step up.
Yeah. So would you rather hit your personal record and get last place or add like more than 15 seconds and still get first?
Oh. Personally, I'd rather hit a PR because that's like an entirely different sense of satisfaction. Like even if you get last place, I mean that just shows like how competitive your competition is. And I feel like that's a good race when you're like really striving to reach for the other people in your heat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, adding 15 seconds but getting first place can be really good for points at a varsity meet, but it's a little disappointing to add 15 seconds or like any amount of time, really.
And I also think that what place you get at a meet, it's really dependent on who you're competing against.
Oh, yeah.
So even if you hit like your personal record, it might be like 10 seconds slower than everyone else. And
yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, swimming's kind of a finicky sport.
Yeah. What's one thing that non-swimmers don't seem to understand or a common misconception about swimming?
I think a lot of people just don't understand how a swim practice works.
Yeah.
Like, I've had people, like, I mean, almost everyone's gone swimming before. So you have, or like you've seen the Olympics, you have like a concept of what a race might look like.
Mm-hmm.
But really what goes on inside the pool at practice is, I think, like, can be shocking to some people if you don't have friends or experience with that.
Yeah. On the car ride home back from practice, I tell my parents how many yards I swam today, and then they acted like I was like an Olympic champion.
Yeah.
And it was really like I thought that was a normal amount. And then I told them how much the distance swimmers do, which is like probably like 5,000 or 6,000.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's just like I think in reality we put in a lot more work and time, and like it just takes a lot more than what people realize. And then it's also not just like swimming laps in a pool. Like if you do track, there's drills and different distances that you do, and then you also lift. Same thing with swimming. Like you have to lift, you have to do things outside the pool.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff. It's not just like the 2 hours that you're at practice every day.
You're just going in circles.
Yeah.
It's so much more than that. Yeah.
What's something that you will miss about varsity swimming and diving after graduating?
There's a lot. I guess the biggest thing I'm gonna miss is the team. Like, you're with these girls for so much of your time, and I've been lucky to have teams that have felt so close and so like they feel like they become part of like a family. Like, it becomes a family environment. And it's really nice to know that you've always got these people who have your back no matter what's going on. And that's like something that you can't always find everywhere.
Yeah.
So, very
it's
grateful
definitely a really unique culture.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's just like the commiserating over hard sets, tech suits, bad races. It's just like it really built something.
Swimming is also just like, in my opinion, it comes with a lot of vocabulary, surprisingly, for a sport.
Oh yeah.
Like I think
different drill names.
And also like just like in general, when I was trying out for stack for the first time, the coach told me to swim a 25 free, and I asked how much should I swim and what stroke I should swim. It wasn't
Yeah.
even that long ago.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's really hard to make progress even if you only drop half a second. That can be like a lot, especially for shorter races.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like in the 50 free, if you drop like a tenth of a second, that could be like huge.
Yeah.
Especially like as you drop more and more time, which is
Yes.
another thing people don't realize. Like you're like, oh, you only added a half a second. Why are you so upset? Because in a 50, like literally there's
There can
the
be like
point where,
10
like,
people within
all
the half a
within-
second interval.
Yeah, and it's like the length of your fingernail might
Yes.
make that difference at some point. So it's and that can be very mentally draining sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's like,
I also think that a lot of the time people don't realize that the amount of time you spend at practice and how hard you work isn't always going to pay off in the exact same way.
oh no,
Like,
yeah.
you can be expecting to drop like any amount of time, and a lot of time you just have to learn to expect the unexpected.
Yeah. Like, I've gone into races feeling amazing, and then they were some of the worst races I've had, or I've gone into
Yeah.
races, like, sick and coughing, and they were the best races I had, and I'm just like, wow, okay.
Yeah, you really don't know anything until you like look at the clock.
There's just so many factors that
Yeah.
go into a race. Yeah.
So we're going to start off with a pretty easy one. Where was the location of the 2025 World Aquatics Championships?
Oh no. Budapest?
Close-ish. Singapore. Okay. Do you want to go easier or harder this time?
Let's do easier.
All right.
And then we can go harder after that.
This one I think you might find a little easier. Who's the current world record holder of the women's 100 breast short course yards?
Lily King.
Yes, you got that one.
Yay.
Okay. Let's go a little harder.
Okay.
At the Toronto World Aquatics World Cup on October 25th, 2025, Katie Ledecky's 800 free short course meters world record was broken by more than 3 seconds. Who broke her record?
See, I saw this, and then I watched the video, and I saw all the news articles about it. Was it Summer McIntosh?
It was not. I'll give you the country. I think she was from Australia.
Ariarne I can't say her last name. Is it Ariarne? Ariane?
No, it is not.
Ariana.
It's Lonnie Pallister.
Oh. Okay. I was gonna say Ariarne Titmus, I think her name is.
So, who's the most decorated Olympic swimmer of all time?
It's either Phelps or Ledecky.
It's one of them.
Yeah. Phelps?
Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
okay.
Do you know how many medals he has?
Isn't it like 20 something?
Yes, it is. It's
22
like up her.
or 28?
Yes, 28.
Oh yeah. Is that
And-
22 or 28?
Yeah, 28.
Okay. That's a lot of medals.
Yeah, it is. For the Corning Painted Post girls varsity swim and dive team, who's the team record holder for the 200 IM?
Angie McCain.
Yes.
As are all the others, basically.
Yeah. Who holds the women's 100 fly record in NCAA D1?
Gretchen,
one-
no, it was just broken.
It
Wasn't
was?
Gretchen Walsh?
Yes, it
Yeah,
was. It
Okay.
is
Oh wait,
Gretchen.
no. She broke her own.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So, one person from our team currently holds the New York State record. Who is it and which event? And I'll give you a hint, she's not currently on this team anymore, she's graduated.
Angie McCain.
No, it is
No?
not, surprisingly.
Brooke. No, it's not.
It is. It is her.
New York State record.
I think so, yeah. It's for 6 dives.
Whoa. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
I was
this.
really surprised when I saw this. Because,
Okay, yeah, it was Brooke Twilliger.
Mhm.
Love her.
So I would say that this season we were pretty successful. How many dual meets did we win?
Okay. You know what? I actually low-key kept track of it. So we won the first one, the second one.
So this was Johnson City and Binghamton.
Johnson City, Binghamton. Okay, and then we also won Elmira. We won UE. We won Main Enval. We lost Main Enval. But we did win.
We were very close to beating Main Enval.
We won.
But we lost by 5 points.
Vestal. That's the one.
Yes.
We lost Main Enval. We lost Horseheads, and then Ithaca. We did 9 meets.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay, so that means we won either 5 or 6.
The answer is 5. We won 5 dual meets and we lost 3.
Oh, okay. So I got all of them.
Who got second place in the women's 100-meter free in the Paris 2024 Olympics?
100-meter free.
Yes.
Is she American?
She is American.
Yeah.
I think she's in college. Or she graduated.
Oh. Is her name Alex Walsh?
No.
No, she missed it.
She's not a Walsh.
Yeah. Tori Husk?
Yes, it is Tori Husk.
Tori Husk. Didn't Gretchen get first? I'm probably...
No, it was Sarah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
Yeah,
but she's from
Sweden.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many individual world records does Kate Douglas hold?
A lot. 5?
3.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's move on to some more personal questions.
Okay.
What was your first 100 breast time?
Oh my! Like first ever?
I think so. Yeah. It was in 2019. It was Niagara Short Course Championships, or at least like the first one that was recorded in Swimcloud.
141.
No, you were faster than that. You got
Oh.
a 138.19.
Oh. Oh my gosh! What's me in the 19s? I've ended so many races with like .19.
Really?
That's crazy.
So,
Okay.
what was the range of your times for the 100 breast this season?
Like between 5 and 6 seconds. Somewhere around there.
I'll tell you that it's narrower than that. Can you name like your slowest and fastest times?
I think my slowest was a 121 this year, or 122. And my fastest was a 118 flat.
You got your fastest one, and for your slowest, it was 122.56. So, yeah, you were pretty close.
Yeah. Okay. That's not 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Oops.
I think you did pretty well overall.
Yay. That's good.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I did better than I expected.
Those are some amazing swimmers. It's so impressive what people are capable of. Thank you for coming on to the podcast. Thank you, Erika, for sharing your story as a swimmer with us. Thank you to any listeners, and remember to be like Dory. Just keep swimming.